Welcome to Falcon Update here on YBTV. I'm Mike Hubicki.
And I'm Gabriella Rios. Micah, how are you doing tonight?
I've been doing pretty good this past few weeks. Been getting outside, getting a little more in shape, and just overall enjoying the weather.
That's nice. That's good. I'm doing just as fine as you are, Micah. Enjoying the warm weather so far.
Right. Residence Life held the spring portion of their Life Hacks series. Students gathered for dinner where they could engage in meaningful conversation with other students as well as experts in different areas regarding their plans for after college. Students then entered different breakout sessions where experts provided basic skills and strategies on finance, discipleship, sustainability, car maintenance, and other aspects of the adult world. The event helped some individuals navigate some of the challenges of adult life together as a community rather than facing them alone.
In residence life, we love, to pour into students and, just walk alongside them in their college experience, but also part of their college experience is preparing them for the rest of their life, what happens after school. So this is a unique opportunity, a unique event where we get to speak into that.
Residence Life is always eager to encourage and support students. You can learn more by visiting messiah.edu/residence-life or by contacting them at email at housing@messiah.edu.
The Murray Library held their annual Mini Golf in the Stacks event on Friday. The event, which took place in the main stacks of the library, featured a number of campus clubs and services, including the dining hall, Chinese club, tech team, and the Office of Academic Accessibility. Each hole supported a different challenge and theme based on its sponsor. After playing one of the two courses available, players could vote on which hole was their favorite while enjoying the provided games and snacks. For more information on the library and events taking place there, you can visit their website at messiah.edu/library.
Last night, SAB hosted their annual Sourhouse, a comical take on the traditional coffee house. Garrett Fannin has the story.
And this time we're going to get funky, especially when life takes a spontaneous turn. We saw this exemplified with Sourhouse on Friday. This was a fantastic opportunity to flap your wings and be crazy, and perform an unexpected act. You could even call it Freebird. Comedians stood up, impressions were made, and suits got an interesting look. On Sunday night, SAB held Sourhouse, a chance to take the stage with goofiness. Kaya Hakeem told us more about the event.
Sourhouse is pretty much like any other coffee house, but for purposefully bad or silly acts. So it's overall a really, really fun time. Like today we had a couple stand-up comedians, a couple people who had lost their fantasy football bet, stuff like that. It's a really good time. We have it once a year. I hope to see you guys there next year.
This was the last all-student coffee house of this semester. Now, this was certainly an amazing night and one not to miss. And in case you were studying for an exam last minute, SAB still has Senior Coffee House coming in April. Be sure to be on the lookout on Instagram at Messiah SAB.
For YBTV, I'm Garrett Fannin.
Some fun events this past week, and with that, we will be right back with more on Falcon Update after this break.
So people ask me what kind of companies hire electrical and computer engineers. Basically, if you plug it in or it has a battery in it, electrical engineers were involved. Every Messiah engineering student is guaranteed an internship with an on-campus organization called the Collaboratory. The Collaboratory's business model is that it pairs student teams with either faculty mentors or outside professionals to work on systems that either care for the earth or help disadvantaged people around the world. One of our more successful projects is a project that involves facilitating use of limited electric power called EMMS.
So I am the student project manager of the MMS team, and so what that means is that I head up a team of students and industry volunteers who are developing a system that makes it possible for schools and medical clinics to be able to efficiently share their limited solar power resources. Just the faculty and the way that they interact with the students to help them grow is such a powerful thing.
Sort of under the impression that I needed to find like one thing that was my thing, and that there was somehow greater purpose in finding that one thing. But what I learned from studying at Messiah with a liberal arts education, with an education that really dignifies a number of pursuits, was that yes, I'm called to certain things in certain times in my life, but the adventure continues. All the things that God has given us are good things. They all can be ways in which we can further the kingdom, ways in which we can do good in our world. And so the adventure of finding which one to engage in at which time and how to do the best you can with the opportunity before you is one that we should all be enjoying, that God has given us. And that's a perspective that I credit Messiah with helping me form and helping me see.
Welcome back to Falcon Update. I'm Mike Hibicki.
And I'm Gabriela Rios. Micah, do you have any Easter traditions?
Why, yes, I do actually. It is a tradition every year, as my family is Eastern European. It is a tradition for us to dye hard-boiled eggs every year for Easter. I've done it quite a few times, and there's like a smell to it that's kind of nostalgic.
Interesting.
What about you?
It's a personal little tradition of mine with my family. We just make little waffle art using Cadbury eggs. We smash it in, and it makes a good little breakfast. That's what it is.
Oh, I'm going to have to try that one out.
It's good. Well, Josiah Rodriguez is here with the last events before your Easter break coming up this week. Josiah?
Good evening, Messiah University. My name is Josiah Rodriguez, providing this week's campus calendar and sharing all the events that you can shortly join. Today is looking to be a smaller segment, but we are nevertheless excited to share what is to come. Kicking things off, this Tuesday arrives the annual Holy Week Scripture and Song Service. The Honor Program will host this yearly event on the 31st from 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. at the Recital Hall, where all are invited to join in a recollection and reflection on Christ's passion, crucifixion and death and resurrection by listening to scripture passages and singing hymns together. This event is to open all the campus community. Now, if you're in the mood for some nice old nonsense with a tinge of tomfoolery, SAB will be hosting an April Fool's Bingo this Wednesday on April 1st. The event will take place from 8 to 9 at the Larson Student Union, and be warned, as the official tagline alone is to expect the unexpected. Other than that, however, that's all the new events that we had this week. We hope you have a fantastic week and a wonderful Easter break. I am Josiah Rodriguez, sending it back to the desk. Take care, Messiah.
Thanks, Josiah. Hey, Gabby, what is currently your favorite artist?
Ooh, that's a hard one. I have a top 3, actually. Michael Jackson, Prince, and Sade. What about yours?
Bob Ross.
Nice. Nice one. Anyways, Sydney Otto went around campus asking our fellow Falcons the same question. So let's see what they have to say.
Hello, my name is Sydney Otto, and welcome back to Falcon on the Street. And today I'll be asking students around campus who is their favorite musical artist.
I'm gonna go with Fleetwood Mac.
I'm a big lover of John Michael Howell.
Gotta go Sarah Sparks.
Believe it or not, I love Barry Manilow, who was very popular in the 70s and 80s. He is 83, recovering from lung cancer, and I'm hoping to see him for the 13th time next month in Reading, Pennsylvania.
Who's your favorite musical artist?
Alex Warren. Gotta say Taylor Swift or anything country related.
Kanye, man. It's gotta be Kanye. Connor Price or Contrast, one of the two.
Pope Francis came out with a musical album. And I really enjoy it, and I listen to it very often, so that would probably be my favorite musical artist.
That's all that we have for this week. I'm Sydney Otto, and my favorite musical artist is David Bowie. Now I'm sending it back to the desk.
Thanks, Sydney. That's all we have for now, but stick around as Libby Zimmerman and Kael Childers bring you the latest in Messiah athletics.
When I visited Messiah, I loved the community here, and it made me feel really welcome, and the applied health science major was the perfect fit for what I wanted to study.
We're training students at Messiah to be leaders in the allied health professions. They're going to make an incredible impact on the health of others all over the world. Our students can choose concentrations in pre-professional, pre-physical and occupational therapy, pre-athletic training, and in exercise science.
I did an internship where I was able to shadow some strength and conditioning sessions with our men's soccer team, and that was really a meaningful experience for me to apply what I know.
All of the professors I had were really focused on integrating Christ into what we did in the classroom and reminded us of the way that God created us and how we can see that in other people as we go on from here.
And then we also teach them ways to interact with their future clients, patients, athletes in ways that not only are focused on writing effective prescription or rehabilitation, but really seek to support people in their journey, mind, body, and spirit.
In my senior seminar class, we have had the opportunity to work with a client as a conditioning consultant. And I've found this experience really valuable because I've been able to put into practice what I've learned into class into a practical situation.
Our students have a real advantage. In many cases, they've had additional training above and beyond what's necessary to gain entry into graduate programs.
So I'm really grateful for the opportunity that this program has offered me.
The MSAT at Messiah University is this 2-year master degree that's also paired with students that will be completing the 5-year accelerated MSAT, completing their bachelor's and their master's. We have experienced, dedicated, passionate athletic training faculty that are ready to teach the next generation of athletic trainers, to teach our students how to integrate their faith into their role as a healthcare provider. And we have a strong and growing list of clinical experiences that will allow students to experience athletic training in a variety of settings.
Absolutely filthy goal there. Who knows the dying lane?
Welcome to YBTV Sports on Falcon Update. I'm Kael Childers.
And I'm Libby Zimmerman. We saw another incredible week here at Messiah Athletics with a multitude of wins and milestones.
Starting off, the Falcons earned 2 Matt Commonwealth Player of the Week awards. Lance Wilson earned Men's Tennis Player of the Week, and Haley Latinga of Women's Lacrosse won Offensive Player of the Week, tallying 7 goals with 9 draw controls and 2 ground balls.
The baseball team saw an eventful week after a tight game last Wednesday. They fell to Dickinson College 6-4. On Saturday, however, the Falcons landed a strong win against Hood College, featuring an amazing performance by Christian Foltz, which we'll talk a little bit more about later. Messiah defended Hood on Sunday 13-3, leading to an all-around great weekend for Messiah baseball.
Men's and women's tennis both earned 6-1 wins over McDaniel College on Wednesday. They then both earned 7-0 wins on Saturday against Alvernia University. Combined with Lance Wilson's Tennis Player of the Week award, the Falcons are doing great.
Women's lacrosse picked up a dominant win on Wednesday over Shenandoah University, 16-4. On Saturday, they defeated Mary Washington 14-10.
The softball team split with Catholic University on Wednesday, earning a 6-5 win in Game 1. On Thursday, they saw a pair of Mercy Roll wins over Marymount University. In Game 1, Fallon Feaser totaled 4 hits and 3 RBIs, and Ali Book tallied 3 hits and 3 RBIs.
A lot of exciting things happening for our Falcons, but now it's time to take a look at some highlights from this week's action in the latest edition of Falcon 4. Christian Foltz delivered a performance for the ages on Saturday afternoon, throwing a perfect game in Messiah's 6-0 Game 1 victory over Hood College. Foltz was untouchable on the mound, retiring all 21 batters he faced and recording 9 strikeouts on just 94 pitches. He did not allow a single base runner through 7 innings and sealed the perfect game with a line out to third for the final out, capping off a dominant and historic outing for the Falcons. His command, composure, and precision set the tone for Messiah's doubleheader sweep, marking one of the most impressive pitching performances in program history.
After the softball team has already won their first game against Marymount University, Josie Talentino landed a great hit under pressure as she scored a base hit resulting in the execution of a triple play. You can see Tolentino up at the bat. Pitch goes through, and she hits it far out into left field. 3 players go through: McKenna Bunting, Lucy Murphy, and Rebecca Wiley. There it is. We'll take another look after the celebration here. You can see a great strike and an all-around great performance from all our Falcons. Lots of hustle there today. Great day for the softball team. We can expect their success to keep up as they head to Bethlehem, PA for a match against Moravian University on April 2nd. Their next home game is on Wednesday, April 8th, where they will face off against Salisbury University.
Lance Wilson earned MAC Commonwealth Men's Tennis Player of the Week honors for his strong performance in the Falcons' 6-1 victory over Lebanon Valley. Wilson delivered in both singles and doubles play, cruising a straight set victory in singles while also helping secure doubles point with a win alongside his partner. His consistency and all-around performance played a key role in the Falcons' dominant team result, continuing to set the standard for Messiah men's tennis. The men will be back in action this Tuesday at 3 p.m. away at Juniata College.
Latinga showed everybody exactly why she won the MAC Commonwealth Player of the Week, as she received an exceptional pass from Annalise Keitel during the Falcons game against Shenandoah University. You can see fighting against a strong defense. The ball is in Keitel's hand, and she sees an opening, gets it to Latinga. Again, breaking the defense, and there it is. Way to bury it, Falcons. We'll get one more look after the celebration here. Again, all around great maneuvers breaking through the defense. Great spotting, seeing Latinga open. And great performance. There's another score for the Falcons. The Falcons have been crushing it this week and will continue to dominate this Wednesday, April 1st at 5 o'clock when they go face-to-face with York College of Pennsylvania.
The Falcons have been making us proud, and we can't wait to see what victories lie ahead.
Well, that's all we have for tonight on Falcon Update. But stay tuned for an exciting breakdown of some Wall Street wizardry during this week's YBTonight.
I wanted to go to a Christian college, and then I toured at some other Christian colleges, and Messiah felt like it had a really good balance between both a serious education program and also having a way to help their students further their faith and push their faith.
We have 3 concentrations for the biology major: biomedical, organismal, and the general concentration.
I did tons and tons of college visits, and Messiah's biology program was just unparalleled.
So we teach our courses in the context of a Christian liberal arts education. We have rigorous coursework, hands-on experience, opportunities for internship, study abroad, to prepare them for a future as professionals while we're helping them grow in their faith.
Field experience for us could be shadowing doctors or dentists or veterinarians. One is this Healthcare in the Developing World course that we teach in Zambia. Students will shadow faculty and doctors there at the Macha Hospital, which is associated with Johns Hopkins University. There's just something about a field experience that just doesn't happen in a book.
It's definitely been very intense, but at the same time, all that work has provided a lot of opportunities and other jobs that I've gotten over this summer because of my academic career.
I've always had a strong love of the business world, but I always wanted to keep on growing my faith. And what Messiah helped me do was pair my faith with business so I could be a Christian in the workplace. The professors were role models of how to do that. What I learned in class taught me the interpersonal skills and the hard skills of take two things that I love, my faith and business, and pair that together and moving forward.
So people ask me what kind of companies hire electrical and computer engineers. Basically, if you plug it in or it has a battery in it, electrical engineers were involved. Every Messiah engineering student is guaranteed an internship with an on-campus organization called the Collaboratory. The Collaboratory's business model is that it pairs student teams with either faculty mentors or outside professionals to work on systems that either care for the earth or help disadvantaged people around the world. One of our more successful projects is a project that involves facilitating use of limited electric power called EMMS.
So I am the student project manager of the MMS team. And so what that means is that I head up a team of students and industry volunteers who are developing a system that makes it possible for schools and medical clinics to be able to efficiently share their limited solar power resources. Just the faculty and the way that they interact with the students to help them grow is such a powerful thing.
Messiah definitely gave me an idea of what my future could look like. It gave me a vision for all the possibilities that existed for my life through the example of alumni, other students that were just a little bit ahead of me in coursework, the professors that came before me maybe have graduated from Messiah. There's just such a community that existed and a model of success that was proven time and time again through Messiah. And so that was kind of one of the reasons why I chose to come here and why I continue to love it.
Tonight, I'm Danny Johnson. Here we have Melina Tekeste and Ethan Earhart from the Investment Club. How are you guys doing tonight?
We're doing great. How are you?
I'm living the dream, Ethan. Thank you for asking. So, can you guys tell me what your roles are for your positions at Investment Club?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm the treasurer of Investment Club. So basically, I just prepare the budgets for the Investment Club, which means making sure that we have the proper funding for food, drinks, snacks, or prizes. Each meeting we hold like a Kahoot, and so the winners get some fun prizes. And yeah, just making sure I'm keeping track of the budget and communicating that.
I'm the club representative, and as a club representative, I kind of bridge the gap between Investment Club and Student Senate. So I advocate for the club's interests at Student Senate, and then I also relay any information back to the members.
So, can you tell me a little bit about what Investment Club is? I mean, obviously, the name Investment Club, you kind of think of investing to get more money, but can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I think like the biggest thing about Investment Club is just ensuring that we give the opportunity to students to learn more about what it means to be a professional in the workplace. And so we invite speakers on from a variety of different backgrounds within the general business or finance field to hear about their experiences so that the students can network with them and just learn more about their individual career path and how it might line up with that.
So overall focusing on the financial industry and, as he said, just giving a professional experience to them as college students.
So how did you kind of get introduced to Investment Club and how did you find out about it?
Yeah, I mean, like most people, it's just a friend that invited me. I wasn't really aware of it until a friend on the volleyball team had introduced the club to me. At the time, I wasn't exactly sure what I wanted to do with my career, and so yeah, I was just invited on, and quickly found out that it was a really great experience just to hear from a variety of backgrounds, whether it's financial planners or investment bankers or investment analysts, just to hear how they were given certain skills and how they use that in their career.
Awesome.
So I actually found out through the club fair event that they host for freshmen and everyone that comes onto campus, and I thought it was interesting at first, and that they provided almost, because they introduce it as the fund and the club at the same time. So the fact that they can provide a hands-on experience in investing with real money and an actual portfolio that students manage was an experience that I wanted to be a part of. So
that's awesome. So are you both, I'm assuming, what are your years in college?
I'm a junior.
A junior?
And I'm a freshman.
How long have you been with the Investment Club?
This is my second year.
Okay.
This is my first year. So
Okay. So do you have any special memories so far since being in the Investment Club?
Yeah, definitely. I think the club picnic is probably my favorite. We do that every fall and every spring, and it's just a really fun time. I think it really goes to show why Messiah is so unique. Not every school are you going to have the opportunity to go over to your professor's house and to play volleyball and badminton and cornhole with a bunch of other classmates, and so it's just a really good opportunity to take the friendships and the relationships that you build in the classroom and then to kind of decompress and have a fun time.
I think all the opportunities are honestly super special, but I thought it was cool that alumni come back to the school. So we had specifically ASU and Investment Club members come back, and I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that is really cool. I mean, I didn't realize that you guys have a picnic and stuff that you guys get to go to your professor's house. I mean, is that usually do more financial majors usually join the club?
Yeah, it's a lot of the same general crowd, but I mean anyone's welcome to the picnic. So I'll bring friends that aren't necessarily finance majors, and it's really just a good opportunity to welcome them in, and then hopefully they can come back and join some meetings for the club.
What would you tell students that may be on the edge of choosing to join the club or not?
I mean, it just doesn't really hurt to dive on in. I mean, the worst case scenario is that you come to a couple meetings, you realize you don't like it, but it's pretty low commitment. We just meet once every couple weeks, and you just simply get to hear from professionals, which I think is a really great experience.
Yeah, I also think that as well, it's not high effort that is required from the audience and the people that attend, so it just gives you an experience that you probably won't have, especially if you are a student in other disciplines. But for specifically finance and economics and majors in that discipline, I think it's a good experience and provides also a networking opportunity with the alumni and other associates that come back.
So have you experienced firsthand or known someone that has benefited from being part of the club for the networking part of it? Because it seems like a lot of the professionals that you guys have on tends to be a lot of what people benefit from.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, for example, last semester I interned with a financial advising firm, and they spoke at the club, and so that wasn't my first introduction to them as a company. I was already interning with them, but I mean, I was able to, they called me up, and I was able to kind of be a resource for anyone that did have questions, and so, I do think that led to a couple other interns that might be interning there now. And so, it's just a really good opportunity to, even if that didn't line up exactly for a job for a student, at least opened up the door for questions about if that's a good possible career for them.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Of course, and I agree with what Ethan said. It provides an experience regardless of if you gain a direct job opportunity through the club.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like you've got to step up compared to other college students since being part of this club, or just since Messiah has an investment club? Because I definitely don't hear about it often from other colleges.
Yeah, I mean, especially in the finance world, you're definitely expected to be involved on campus, and so like including yourself in the investment club is just one way to look different from other competition for a job, and to have something where you can go into an interview and explain, hey, like here's some real world experience that I have. I haven't had this job before, but I attended this one meeting, and here's what really caught my interest.
Yeah, again, I feel like the audience becomes very well informed from the advisors or associates that come in, and again, like it could be an interview or anything of that nature, and you have the information that you can provide in the interviews.
Mm-hmm.
So overall, yeah.
So I know you mentioned about the picnic. Do you guys have any events that you have coming up at all, or anything that you would like us to share with our viewers?
Yeah.
Okay, so upcoming, we have a meeting coming up on April 1st, so this Wednesday, and we're going to have guest speakers from the Hershey Trust Company. So I think that's definitely something that students should come out and check. So.
I hope they bring Hershey's chocolate bars
Maybe,
for you.
maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, they're coming from Hershey. They gotta bring some.
Yeah.
Do you have any like fun facts or just interesting facts about the investment club that maybe some of us that are obviously not finance and in broadcast might not know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think a couple unique opportunities for the students are that we actually do host like Microsoft Excel Collegiate Challenge, practices and stuff like that. So that's definitely a demanding sport, e-sport or whatever. But yeah, I think that's unique. Also, like with the investment fund, which is a little bit different than our normal club meetings, we do manage a portfolio of over $800,000. So I think that's just really cool and unique in terms of something that we can actually like get our hands on.
Mm-hmm. I think also adding on to that, it shows that the portfolio consistently does better than what is on the current market. So it shows that the students are also well informed and can then apply the experience, which is obviously invaluable. And I feel like you can't get really anywhere else in other clubs. So
it also definitely sounds like there's a lot of real world experience from other professionals that are coming in and just talking to you. Because I'm assuming, correct me if I'm wrong, they also speak to you about the investment fund a little bit, or?
They are a little bit separate. So yeah, generally they're not giving like investment advice. But yeah, they could give advice and someone could take it however they want, I guess.
That's fair. Well, is there anything that you guys wanted to share about the investment club? Anything that would be good for the better of the group that I haven't asked you guys?
We do provide like economic updates. So as he said, the fund is different, but we also do incorporate aspects from the fund in such as like economic updates and overall like professionals tell us about stuff that they do as well. So
is there a way on social media that we can have our viewers follow you?
Yes, so you can follow the Messiah Investment Club and the Investment Fund on Instagram, and also you can follow on LinkedIn, so connect on there as well. It's very important.
All right. Well, thank you guys for coming on board and talking to us. I genuinely had no idea anything about the investment club, and I know that sounds horrible because I'm a senior and I'm graduating, so I feel like I should know a little bit. But thank you for talking to us. This was very interesting. I didn't know the investment fund and the investment club are two different things, so kind of going hand in hand.
Yeah.
But thank you for taking the time to come here tonight. That is all we have for YB Tonight and for this week, but we will be back after Easter break, so enjoy your Easter break for Friday and Monday, and we will see you after that. Happy Easter, Messiah.